let's get back to it.
So, my kids homeschool. I ran to McDonald's. We come back. I dropped my youngest daughter off, and me and my oldest daughter headed down to Leilani's house.
Okay. Do you remember about what time of the morning this was?
Maybe around 9.
Okay. And so you dropped off food at your house. And how close is your house to theirs?
Caddy corner across the street.
Okay. So y'all are neighbors. You're real close by.
Yes.
So you dropped food off, and then you went over to their house.
Yes.
And what do you drive?
Armada.
And what color is it?
White.
Okay. And when you got there, did you park in the driveway?
I did.
Okay. I'm asking because we've seen some scene photos with a vehicle.
Yes.
And that Armada that's white is your vehicle.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. When you got there, were there any police there yet?
No, ma'am.
All right. What did you do when you got there?
I asked Leilani if I could go in and help her look because Quentin liked to hide. He would hide from us under the bed. Like, he just liked to play like hide and seek. She told me no. Me and my daughter both no. I asked, was the police called? They said no. Danny said no. And I said, why haven't you called the police? And I told her, I said, call the police. And then she did call the police.
When you got there, was Paul outside?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So Paul, did you later see Paul?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. But when you got there, it's just Danny and Leilani.
Yes, ma'am.
And where were they?
Under the little carport, they have a little covered carport. There was, like when you pull in their driveway in the back, it's like a little carport.
Okay.
Before you go in to get to the pool and the little play area.
Okay. So are you talking about where cars are parked or like the porch thing behind the house?
When you pull, where the cars are parked, but they was kind of standing out from underneath the carport.
Okay. Sort of in the driveway.
Yes.
Okay. So they're standing in the driveway, and what were they doing?
She was standing there smoking a cigarette one after another. She was like screaming.
Okay. At some point, did the police get called?
Yes.
Okay. Was that immediately after you suggested it or later?
I would say a couple minutes. I heard her get on the phone and call the police.
Okay. And did the police show up quickly?
Yes.
All right. After the police arrived, what did you do or where did you go?
Paul had come down at that time, and he was letting Zane ride this little car thing. Well, he ended up doing it too fast. Zane fell and slid across the concrete, and I had asked one of the policemen if I could take Zane to my house until all this was kind of, situated, and they told me yes, I could.
Okay. So did you take Zane and go home?
I did.
Okay. And at some point, were you interviewed by law enforcement?
Yes, ma'am.
When did that happen?
Well, I have cameras, so a gentleman come that worked, and he checked my camera system and asked me questions.
Okay.
And then I was also pulled into the police station by a detective.
Okay. To go do like a formal interview?
Yes.
Okay. During the time that you were keeping the kids, did Leilani ever bring them to you to go somewhere other than work?
Yes.
Can you tell us about that?
Well, she a couple times she said that she had to run to 204 to go take care of business, and then a couple times we kept them when she was off work that we knew she was going to be off work, but we didn't know what she was doing.
Okay. When she would say she was going to 204, did you know what that meant?
No.
Okay. And how long would she be gone when she said she was going to 204?
Maybe 30 minutes to an hour.
Okay. All right. Give me just a moment, okay? Thank you, Ms. McCarter. That's all the questions that we have, and defense counsel may have some.
Thank you.